Shall we begin?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bait's in the bucket, the boat's on the water, and your radio's tuned to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoors Show. Heard every Friday morning right here at 9 a.m. on the voice of Muscatine. Hey, if you're looking for some fishing reports or want to learn how to put a few more fish on the hook, you got it tuned to the right place. You might even have a laugh or two. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show starts right now. Brought to you by Deaf Guy Taxidermy. See the difference. Find Floner's Wholesale Bait and Tackle Distributors, the Sicilian Pizzeria, where they deliver everything but babies, Froze Pub and Grub, home of cold drinks and warm friends, and RB's Outback. They got your bottom covered down at RB's Outback Bait and Tackle.
All right, we are on, and I got a very special guest in the studio with me.
Hey now.
Today, right here. I just caught a little bit of the little segment, Millie and the Mayor.
Millie and the Mayor.
When did that start up?
Oh, about a month ago.
It was about a month ago?
It was about a month ago.
That's a pretty neat concept there.
Millie and the Mayor. It's been 2 years in the making.
It is.
Since I got here.
You can't rush something like that. So how often does that air now?
Twice a month he comes on and we talk about all things Muscatine.
All right, that's kind of a cool deal. I caught the little tail end of it there, but
and this time he brought a guest.
Yeah,
so I've been encouraging him to bring guests with him.
So we could probably move this right over to TV. This has got sitcom. See what happens when a wacky broadcast radio and a mayor move in together in an apartment
in a half-lit studio.
In a half-lit studio. Well, we are. It is KWPC, so we are half-lit. That's
true story.
True story. No, but I think that's a neat idea. And is it a call-in show?
Good time. If people want to call in and ask something, they sure can. Look, it's Jamie now looking at it.
Jamie's there.
We're going to get everybody in on this show.
Jack, come on. Less I got to talk about, so come on
Do
in.
it.
No,
it's
that's
getting cold. Does fishing happen when it gets this cold?
Oh, yes. This is the best time. My good buddy Randy Brewer, he says this time of year, this is when the boys put away the boat and the real men go fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, hand me their PBR there.
Yes. Oh, that was like perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So anyway, hey, catch Millie's show with the mayor, and that's
every other Friday. So
every other Friday.
What's the 26th? He'll be back on the 26th.
Nice.
All right, cool
I got
beans.
good vision. Can you see that calendar from here?
I can see a picture of it looks like Elton John on there.
There you go.
Other things I can't read there, but that's great. So yeah, check it out. It's Millie's show. She's one of the best talents we've got in the morning. Millie in the morning. It used to be Millie in the afternoon. Now it's Millie in the morning.
Millie in the morning.
Millie in the morning with the dog pound.
I need a theme song.
Hey,
I'm going to work on a theme song.
I can whip you one up.
I can't.
I'm a master at it. You bet.
True story.
He's a master at something.
He is.
Bye, guys.
See you, Millie.
See ya.
Oh, thank God. Yes, she's right. I think, unfortunately, we are going to come out of this season exactly how we came into it, and that is wet and cold, my friends.
It's so weird, this weather. But I looked at the forecast, and like next weekend, 76, 77.
Yeah.
A little bit better, but right now it's 51 degrees outside.
Right, but if you look like places like Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, they already got snow.
I know.
It's already happening. So, unfortunately, it is that time of year, and it does turn quickly. Hopefully, it'll slow down, put the brakes on. What we got going on right now is we had a massive deluge the last few days. I checked the river levels as of this morning. The Mississippi looks like it's going to crest tomorrow, or Monday, rather. Excuse me, I get my numbers mixed up here. Mississippi River should crest around 11.5 feet. That's well under flood stage.
Okay.
I talked to Randy Brewer this morning. The brakes are open. The tubes are open. As of now, the brakes, the tubes, everything down there is still open. So if you want to go down there and go fishing, it's open. The Cedar River came up, but the Cedar, it goes up and comes down just as quickly as it goes up. That's already leveled back out to where it should be.
Good.
So you should be there. This is, like we're saying, it's getting a little cool now, but by gosh, this is the best time to do it. Last Sunday, I went down fishing with my good buddy RB. It actually came together. I called him up. I said, you know what? You said that about going fishing. I said, Kathy's going to watch the shop for me. Why don't I come down there Sunday and go fishing with you, Randy? And, well, Randy, of course, he got it. Well, you know, I got early church I got to do first, and then I do the soup kitchen.
Okay.
But I should be ready to go about, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
That's Randy.
He's a busy guy.
Anybody knows Randy knows I'm lying about that part there.
I was like, wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool that he's doing all that and he cares about people. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm going to give him a pat on the back.
Right. If anybody knows Randy Brewer, he's a people person. He's a people person.
Oh, man.
But anyway, so we ended up going fishing at the breaks, and we took his boat out there, and I think he had one of his son-in-laws or boyfriend-in-laws. He's got, I think he's got like 3 daughters. They all got boyfriends, but for some reason, the boyfriends are always around Randy. They're never around his daughters. So I don't know what's going on there. That's what happens, Randy, when you don't call into the show because you're too busy. I got you, buddy. But anyway, we ended up going out. I believe his name was Reed. We went out with him, and we kind of tooled around there in the backwater, and we did catch a couple crappie, a couple bluegill, but they were on the smallish side. We ended up coming back in, I think, about 2 o'clock. Another buddy called me. He said they're really biting at the tubes, so I left Randy's. I went down to the tubes, and I got 2 of the biggest crappie this season. I posted it on Facebook. I
saw that.
Yeah, the pictures are on there. The crappie are still biting real good down there at the tubes. The water isn't flowing through it, but it is open down there to get in and fish. The pressure's kind of backed off a little bit. Yeah. The water isn't flowing, but there's pike and crappie are biting well down there. Even a couple stray walleyes have been picked up down there. So fishing season is not over yet, folks. It's not over yet. I hear a lot of guys come into my shop, well, I'm going to pack everything up. This is the time of the year you want to get out there. That water is cooling down.
Yep.
And a lot of your lakes and all that. Your crappie are going to be coming. If you're a crappie fisherman, they're going to be coming up shallow now. That's what they do. So with these nighttime temperatures getting as low as they do, it's going to cool that water off. So you're not going to have to go as deep as these crappie. And you're going to pick up some big ones. And my guys, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. I know everything's photoshopped this day and age, but these were not photoshopped fish, and I have more than enough people standing around going, hey, what you got going on there? How you doing it? And like I said, I'm more than happy to help people out with that and tell you what's going on. What I was using was just some lead heads and some minnows, and it was just that easy, folks. And like my good friend Randy Brewer down there at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle will tell you, the guy that has his hook in the water the most is going to end up catching the fish. And that's absolutely what was happening. Hey, we're going to slide into commercial break, and we're going to be right back with Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
I was rolling wheels and shifting gears around that Jersey Turnpike. Barney stopped me with his gun 10 minutes after midnight. Said, sir, you broke the place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Imagine if you could make one call for all your construction needs. New home, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, siding, roofing, and more. Your dreams have been answered with Landfair Construction, serving Muscatine and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. One call does it all with Landfair Construction, 264-1455.
Here's a look at the forecast for KWPC AM 860. Rain showers throughout today under cloudy skies, north winds 5 to 15. Highs will reach into the mid-50s. Tonight, isolated showers early and then clearing skies, northwest winds. Lows will fall back into the upper 30s. Then on Saturday, we'll have a mostly sunny sky, northwest winds at 5 to 10. Highs will be reaching into the lower 60s. I'm Weather Eye meteorologist Greg Tatro on AM 860. Right now, it's 50 degrees.
Whether it's tips, tricks, gear, or tournament info, anything that you need related to the bass angling world is right here on Bass Nation with Travis Lovey on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. All righty. It's getting to be that time of the year. How's things shaping up there, Travis, my man?
All is well.
All is well.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this weather to stabilize, and we'll be out there getting after it. This time of year can be magical, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I pull up more bigger fish this time. I guess that's probably a grammatical faux pas. I pull up more bigger fish. I usually pick up bigger fish this time of year than I do in the spring. Sure. I don't know if that works the same in the bass world or not.
It seems like you said earlier, people there's you get your fair weather guys, and they'll start to thin out the crowds a little bit less pressure, and it's just always such a nice time to be out too. It's a little bit more enjoyable when you can be in a hooded sweatshirt and a pair of jeans and not be sweating. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love the crispness of a fall morning, the changing colors and all that. And like I said, the pressure, usually Labor Day is the high water mark, as you want to say. I mean, usually your recreational fishermen that's usually their sign. Well, let's put up the boat, let's put up this, let's put all that, and it does kind of clear the way for more serious people like you and me to get out there and don't have to fight for a parking spot or anything like that when we're backing the boat up and all that.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully in the next couple days we get to, we'll give the river some time to lower back down. I know it came up pretty good. I think you said this morning it's supposed to crest at 11.5 feet, which isn't too terrible bad.
No.
I know there's some pretty cool areas you can get back into on the river that I'm hopefully going to explore a little bit. But the problem is I think it got really, really, really muddy. So
yeah.
I haven't seen back in any of the backwaters yet. I haven't been out much, but I'm just, like I said, waiting for this weather to stabilize a little bit. Hopefully get some days and some hours in there too. So probably do a little bit of both coming up here, bass fishing and some crappie fishing. So
right, and I'm not for sure what the actual numbers was on the rain that we got, but according to the rain gauge in my basement, it was right at about 2 foot.
Yeah. I know in Fruitland we had, between those two events, Tuesday and Wednesday or Monday, I can't remember what it was. We had just over 5 inches. So
yeah.
That was what we had down here, and they must have got it pretty well up north too, judging by the way the rivers came up and everything. So
yeah, up by me, Sugar Creek, Mud Creek. I mean, they were all flowing out of their banks, but like I said, now the Cedar, that's back to normal.
Yep. Right. Yeah, it doesn't take long for those inland streams to go up and go right back down.
Yeah, absolutely not. So
no, we're gonna probably next week sometime go through and do a little bit of switching up. I know the last time I fished, we were really in our good summer patterns and things like that, and gonna probably do a little bit of swapping out of some tackle. I know usually when it gets a little bit colder, I tend to usually focus more on moving baits, spinner baits, crank baits, chatter baits, things like that, versus your what I call your saturation baits, flipping jigs and plastic baits and things like that. So, you just get out there and cover a lot of water and make some casts, and the fish are going to be a lot more active and be willing to chase things down when the water cools and they're focusing on that bait, and they're getting fed up for the winter. They know it's coming too, so they ain't stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we've talked about this many times. You're a fan of the fluorocarbon line. Do you find that the cooler the water gets, that it starts giving you trouble with memory and coiling up, or not so much?
A little bit. I've noticed, it's a little bit more finicky when it's cold out. But the one thing, and you've been around long enough to know this as well as anybody, but the better quality, the more you spend on fluorocarbon, there is a big difference in your brands and your quality. And I've noticed if you stick to a better brand of fluorocarbon, I usually use brand fluorocarbon, or sometimes I'll even use the CR brand. A little bit more expensive than, like, say, your Berkeley or some of the Vicious, the lower ends. But usually, if you spend a little bit more money on it, it doesn't get brittle. It doesn't coil up. But if it gets really cold, there's no line out there that's
right. Yeah, I've got some like ice line stuff, but I don't really even ice fish anymore. My brother-in-law was real big into it. He caught over 200 pounds of ice one day, brought it home, and his wife fried it up, and they both drowned. So that was pretty tragic.
I think there's really, like I said, anytime the weather does cool your equipment, you kind of got to make a little bit of adjustment. I'll usually throw some fresh oil on my reels when the water gets a little colder, and the air temperatures get colder. But a product I really have had some good luck with fluorocarbon is it's a line conditioner. It's not the real stuff. Gosh, I can't think of what the name of it offhand, but it's a KVD, Kevin Van Dam's signature line conditioner. It's just in a pump bottle. You spray it on your spool. You let it soak a little bit, and it really helps your fluorocarbon really excel. It kind of puts a real dry, almost like a lubricant on there. It kind of makes it a little softer, a little bit more manageable. So if anybody out there, is having troubles with that fluorocarbon, they're using, to give that a try too. And another thing on that fluorocarbon, the big thing I run into people, I see, that stuff's junk, knots are always breaking and this and that. Well, I've noticed that it's really, when you tie your knots with fluorocarbon, you really need to just focus on getting that knot cinched down real smooth. You want to make sure you're lubricating your knot up with either, you can spray that line conditioner on your knot, or just, the old-fashioned, just give her some spit on there, and when you pull that knot down tight, you want to just make real sure it's stacking up nice and neat, because that fluorocarbon is so dense. If you just yank on that knot, it actually superheats that line, and it'll create a weak point down towards your knot or anything like that too. So
yeah, you'll see that, like if you're tying like a polymer knot and you don't have it, you see how your line will kind of kink up after you've pulled it through there, and you're right with that. And you're also right about if you're out there looking for some decent fishing line, and you see a 100-yard spool for $14, and then you see a 1,000-yard spool of the same test for $2, you need to stick with the little bit more expensive stuff. But
absolutely. And that's one thing I found. I've trialed and aired so much of it over the last few years that I have found that some of the more expensive brands you don't have to mess with them as much. You're not getting backlashes and things like that, where you're eventually at the end of the day you're probably spending the same amount of money because you're not having to peel it off your reel as much. And that's one thing too. You always really got to pay attention to that. If you're getting nicks in your line, they're weak points, but and you want to make sure you're keeping that end fresh and things like that. But it's definitely a great tool to have. So
absolutely. So do we get any bass tournaments coming up in the future? Or is that pretty much shut her down? Yeah,
pretty much for the most part. There's still some stuff going on around the area. There's some Angler's Choice tournaments out of that. These guys have been running out of Burlington for a few years now, and they had a bunch of the early spring and summer tournaments get canceled because of the high water.
Mm-hmm.
They've rescheduled those in the next like 4 weeks, and I think the very last one's like second week in October.
Mm-hmm.
And I might run down there and fish with those guys. They put in at Burlington, and they fish, pool 19 and things like that. But
okay.
So, but like I said, I like to get into into waterfowling and things too. So
right.
And that's another thing I kind of like to share with everybody too. This is the time of year where there's going to be waterfowlers out and about. It is duck season. It'll be open and closing off and on for the next few months, and just if you're out fishing, just pay attention to what's going on. If you see guys out fishing or out hunting, there is certain parts of the river where there is laws against keeping a distance from the hunters and things like that. But it's not that you can't fish around duck hunters or whatever. But to me, playing around somebody that's shooting a gun, doing something legal,
right,
it's not a good idea. So if you get out on the river, or like down at Lake Odessa and things like that, you just make sure you're paying attention to what's going on. If you hear a bunch of gunshots, it's not like there's somebody out committing a crime. It's because it's duck season. So don't be alarmed. Right. But again, obviously the telltale sign, if they got decoys and there's something on a pole and it's just flapping around, it's not a duck stuck to a tree. It's actually
yeah, absolutely.
It's one of their devices. So just pay attention. I know like on the Illinois side of the river, if you have to actually stay 250 yards away from the duck blinds and stuff like that, which kind of stinks because it may be in your favorite fishing hole, but what? It's probably it's probably for the safety of you as a fisherman and as well just everybody in general.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got to share the river. That's just the way it is. So
yep, duck season's only 60 days long. Fishing season's the rest. So.
Right, absolutely. All right, Travis, good hearing from you.
Okay, guys, have a good weekend, and let's hope for this weather to stable out.
Right. And if you get a chance, I highly recommend going down there and fishing with RB. You're going to enjoy it.
Well, I was kind of upset that I didn't get an invite the other day. Actually, I was all ready to go. And I need to make an emergency PBR run or something.
There you go.
I'm guessing he had plenty.
Down at Randy's Outback Bait and Tackle, we got your PBR covered.
Take care, guys.
See you later, Travis. Thank you, bud. Yeah, no, it was what Travis is saying too about the duck hunt. That is true out there. He is a hunter. I am not. I'm just not into hunting. I know our moniker is Outdoor Show, but I'm just not into hunting. I'm not a hunter. I know this comes up every year. I'm not against hunting. I'm not against owning a gun. I'm not against anything within legal rights that you want to go out and do. It just was never my thing. My old man, when he was alive, he was classified as a gun nut. He loved guns, and I think he loved them so much that I can't stand them. It's just one of those things, we couldn't watch a movie, without him going, hey, look at that, that's a Ruger 413. No, he should be out of bullets. He can't shoot 14 bullets in there. That's inaccurate. Well, write the good people of Die Hard, and I'm sure they will change that up. But anyway, pay attention out there. It is hunting season. That's going to be coming on and off. We had teal and all that, dove, and now we're getting into duck and all that. So be careful when you're out there on the water. Other than that, what passed along is I talked to our good friend Kurt Weiss at the Muscatine County Conservation Board. And here's what we got going on. On Monday, they are going to stock catfish down there at Deep Lakes. Now, I'm not sure which lake, because they've named them all. I'm not sure which lake gets how many fish, but usually he says it's so many per acre. But he says what they've got figured out is there's going to be at least 12 to 13,000 catfish released down there, which don't get all excited now and run down there and grab, think you're going to get you some catfish, because these are just fingerlings. But they are doing it. They are stocking it. So look for the next couple of years, them catfish will grow pretty quickly down there in them in that water, because it's rich with their environment. There's plenty of minnows and stuff for them to feed on and all that. So look in the next couple of years. I mean, Deep Lakes Park is going to be pretty good for catfishing down there. The other thing about the topo maps that we talked about last week, he says, yes, they do have them. They're just trying to get their logos on them, and as soon as they can make them available, they will make them available to the public. So other than that, hang on, because you're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We'll be right back with Chef Catherine. La, 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 la.
my friend. My car might cost
Bringing you farm and agribusiness news from the Brownfield Network. We're AM 860 KWPC.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
the place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or biting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
When you see news happen, bring it straight to AM 860 KWPC. Call the KWPC News Tip line at 563-263-2442 or send us an email to news@voiceofmuscatine.com. First with news, KWPC.
I guarantee.
Now it's time to fetch yourself up a plate, grab a chair. It's time for Cooking Louisiana Style with Chef Catherine on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
Salutations and good day, Chef. Are you there, my man?
Hello, Jerry.
No, we talked on Messenger earlier. Are you going to do what I think you're going to do today for recipe?
Well, I was going to do some boudin balls today, but I might have to wait on that.
Oh, you might have to wait on that.
Yes, I might have to wait to see what develops in that story.
Okay. Well, the thing was, you made boudin balls for us, and I got really excited about it. You made boudin balls when you were up here.
Yes,
and they were fantastic. And, well, anyway, long story short, a little while ago, I got an invite to this thing called a diaper party. Now, I'm not sure, I'm getting up there in age. A friend of mine invited me there. And, I don't go to these swinger parties, sex parties, like the young kids do. And, well, come on over to the diaper party. So I'm not really sure what that is. But I figured them boudin balls would probably go pretty good at that party.
Well, with the diaper party, it depends.
It depends. That's right.
So, okay. Actually, my recipe today has, I heard a little bit about Tony and his hamburgers. What's that all about?
The Tony Tone Burgers.
Oh.
I don't know anything about any Tony Tone Burgers.
Well, Chef, I'll give you the quick rundown. At Hy-Vee here in the meat department, you can buy the Tony Tone Burger, and it's a smart chicken patty, so it's 95% lean, ground chicken, into a patty, and then they put blue cheese, pepper jack cheese, and hot sauce. So when you cook the burger, it tastes like chicken wings.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of healthy because it has the chicken in it.
Exactly, yep.
Okay, so I have the opposite end of the spectrum today.
Okay.
Down here in Louisiana, we make what we call turtle burgers.
Oh, what?
Turtle burgers?
Turtle burgers, and they actually look like a turtle. So, if you have kids, this is a great recipe to make. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 pounds of ground beef, and you're going to divide that 2 pounds of ground beef into 4 balls, of which makes it 8 ounces each. So you're talking about half-pound burgers. So you're going to flatten those out kind of like a turtle shell, just a regular hamburger, an 8-ounce one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle that with some Slap Your Mama seasoning or some Tony's, whatever you like. Season the burgers how you normally would. And then you're going to take 3 bacon slices per turtle, And you're going to take the 3 bacon slices out, and you're going to half them. And then each one of those sections you're going to weave together. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to top each one of those patties with some slice of cheddar cheese. And then you're going to lay those weaved bacon slices on top of each piece of burger, and it's going to look like the back of a turtle shell. So you're going to tuck that underneath the patty. And then, of course, to add to it, you're going to need some hot dogs. And you're going to take a hot dog, and actually 2, and you'll cut them in half. And then what you're going to do is kind of like cut a little snip at the end of each hot dog, the round part, so that it looks kind of like a mouth. And you're going to shove that into the burger in the front on each one of the burgers. And then you're going to take another 2 hot dogs, and you're going to slice them in half lengthwise. And then you're going to slice them in half in the middle. And you're going to cut 3 little slices at the end so that it looks like toast. And you're going to shove that into the sides of the hamburger so that it looks like,
A lot of shoving going on here.
Right. Actually, I'm trying to figure out how to share it on the Facebook because I have pictures and I'm trying to...
Okay.
I was having a little trouble trying to upload it today. But then you'll put it in the oven for 400 degrees, like 30 minutes. And you'll want to put some toothpicks through, the burger into the hot dog just to make sure it stays in there when it cooks. But when you come it out, it looks just like a turtle, and the kids love it. But there's one problem. You can't eat the whole thing because it's so doggone big. So you got to share.
Chef, I think I would give that I would try and give it a good run and see if I could do it.
Yep.
With all that beef and bacon and hot dog, you got a nice, heart-sickening meal there. So
bacon.
Really good. Not anything healthy like that chicken that you had at Heidi. So, anyhow, but it's very, very good. And I will post a picture of it for you so that you can see it. I have a picture of it before and after.
That would be great. Make sure you check out Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show or Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Chef Catherine, she has her own Facebook page on there. So,
and I also have a phone here, obviously.
Yeah, I was on the phone. You have people calling in already. I'll take 3 of them turtle burgers, please.
Where did I get those turtles? That is so awesome. Chef, how long does that take to cook again?
It takes about 30 minutes.
Okay.
But it's really, really good. And, the kids love them because it looks just like turtles. So, lots of fun. And it's very, very good. And you can season it however you want to with some Slap Your Mama or Tony's.
Hey, Chef, can I ask you a question when it comes to grilling?
Sure.
I know that we're kind of getting out of grilling season with the weather, but as a chef, do you prefer charcoal, gas grill? What's your take on that debate?
I kind of like both a charcoal and a gas, and also one with a smoker on it, just to cover all the bases.
Sure.
Well, it has to be.
You can actually buy pretty reasonably, gas combo, charcoal and smoker grill.
Nice.
And that way, if you want to smoke a large piece of meat, you can use the smoker, or if you want to just, have a grill. It just depends on what kind of flavor you're going to get, because you're not going to get the same flavor on a gas grill that you're going to get on a charcoal grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a smoker, you can have all different kinds of wood chips. You can get cherry, pecan, peach, orange, mesquite, hickory, you name it. It's out there. And you can also put some of the wood chips in with your charcoal, and that can give it a little bit of a flavor too. But I really prefer, I like using my smoker. I have a smoker that I just love. I've had it for years, and I like to make jerky and things like that. And with hunting season and all that coming up there, maybe I'll do something on jerky.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That would be great. That would be cool. Yeah, and venison, anything with venison related, that would be great.
Well, I make a really good venison chili. There is a big festival that goes on down here every year. It's called the Wildlife Fishery Fishing Days, and they have me come out there and make that venison chili every year. So they love it. So
there you go. I imagine it is fantastic.
It is yummy.
The thing about the smoker grill, I used to have an Uncle Theo, and he was like that. I was like, hey, what do you got on the grill there, Uncle Theo? Yeah, I got some burgers right there. It tasted pretty good to me. The more you hung around them, the better it tasted after a while.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Chef, let's roll you out of here, my dear.
Okay, laissez les bon temps rouler, let the good times roll. That's it for Chef Catherine today.
Absolutely, my dear. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna get her to maybe make up a batch of them boudin balls and ship them up here, and then I'll take them to that diaper party dealy box.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna if you like
you
to
got to eat them, right?
Oh yeah. If you had to jambalaya, wait till you try these boudin balls. I'm gonna tell you right now, get the chef in your house for a week. It's really not that expensive as you think.
I'll host her first, then I'll send her to Froze.
Right, absolutely.
Come back to your house.
Now, the only thing I noticed different is she spends more on one meal than I usually spend on a week of buying groceries. It costs us $187 for this. It's good. I'm not complaining.
Sure,
I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's fantastic. Hey, what I want to get on to here is trout. This is now trout season. We're starting to cool down now. These lakes are starting to cool down, and that's where you're going to see more of an urban stocking on trout. What that means is instead of you going up to these creeks, which you can do now, you can go up north, you can go up to Big Mill, Little Mill, up there by Bellevue, Maquoketa, all that. They actually bring the trout to you, and they do it right here at the Discovery Park, and they do it up the Lake of Hills up there in Davenport. It's a unique program, but it's not free. You do have to have a trout fishing license to do it. Your regular license will not cover you on there. Now, if you accidentally go out there with a regular license after they have them stocked and you catch a trout, release it immediately. You should have no problems on there. But if you're going out there to target trout and to keep trout, you have to have a trout license. Like we're saying with the DNR, this is no joke. This is no joke. So don't push it. Don't try to get away with something because the fine is steep and heavy. But it is a good time. Generally, what I tell people is don't go out there the first day they're releasing the trout. Yeah, they have tagged trout in that, and you might pick one or two up. These trout come from Manchester, Iowa, and it's a long sloshing ride, and they take them out of tanks, and they put them into a truck, and then they bring them in the truck, and then they put them into the pond. So, yeah, they're going to be skittish, and they're going to be less apt to bite. Wait till the following day or a couple days after it, and they're going to bite pretty easily. So, Discovery Pond, the stocking is October 25th. That's on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. They will be doing a tagged fish. I think they got 100 fish that'll be tagged. If you catch one, you can win a prize, some cash prizes, all the way up to $100. Now, the Lake of the Hills, they are going to go a little bit earlier than normal, and they are going to release theirs October 11th, which is also on a Saturday, which would be about 10 a.m. Your best bet to do for trout up there that works for me in any of these places is a flashy silver inline spinnerbait. Just a little small one with little small treble hooks on it. That works deadly on them. Or minnows. Minnows work pretty good too. Same principle. They're flashy. They're silver. They love to hit those. Another lure I like for trout, especially around here in the lakes, is what they call a super duper, which is kind of a long bladed, kind of like a red devil trout spinner blade. Those work good. Anything with a lot of flash, them trout will tear it up. And you'll know immediately if you got a trout on the end of your line because they fight like the Dickens. So that's all coming up. There's a lot of fishing left ahead this season. Don't put your stuff away. Don't shut her down. You got plenty more good days to get out there and enjoy it before you have to bust out the snowblower. So you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We're going to slide in the commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
Every day.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Sometimes I feel my age and all the aches and pains that go with it, but I hear like a younger person thanks to my friends at Concept by Iowa Hearing Aid Center. Hi, this is Dwayne Hopkins, former general manager of Muscatine Radio, but my friends call me Hoppy. I had a full hearing evaluation. They call it the Concept Experience. It was fast, they were friendly, and it was free. We discovered I needed help worse than I thought, and these hearing aids have made everything better. They're comfortable, powerful, and nothing gets past me anymore. It's great. Call Concept by Iowa Hearing Aid Center on Park Avenue in Muscatine, 800-792-9564. Did you know untreated hearing loss increases your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia? That is a good reason to get a screening for you or your loved one. Hearing aids are your first line of defense against diminished health. Concept by Iowa Hearing Aid Center makes getting your own set very easy. See them today at 2222 Park Avenue or call 800-792-9564.
Hi, I want to invite you to Barktoberfest, the Muscatine Dog Park Festival fundraiser on Saturday, September 27th. This family-friendly event happens at Discovery Park, where we'll have a 1.5-mile fun walk starting at 11:30. Be sure to register for the walk by September 12th for your t-shirt and a bandana for your pup. Prizes will be awarded for the best dog costume. Plus, we'll have vendors, the MCC vet techs will be on hand, and much more. Join us at Barktoberfest, Saturday, September 27th.
News Talk Oldies, AM 860 KWPC.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or biting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
And now, coming to you live from Little Havana Trailer Park and Storage Center, it's Breakfast in the Barrio with Havana, Montana. Buenos dias, amigo. How are you today, my friend?
I got a whole lot of boogie-woogie going on. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Havana?
Hey, pretty good, man. It's a happy day.
It's a happy day. Hey, what happened to you last week, amigo? We kind of missed your phone call.
You know, I had to take a break. The wife had a lot of chores for me to do.
That's understandable. Same thing happens in my house. I just say no.
Thing is, she's kind of mad because I didn't really do them.
Oh, yeah? that happens a lot in my house, too.
Yeah, she's even more mad, too, because I'm kind of in the doghouse a little bit, Yari.
Oh, what's that? What's up, buddy?
Well, you know, Halloween coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Halloween. That's one of my favorite holidays. So I like to do lots of spooky stuff in practice. But, so, you know, Dos Equis, he liked the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot.
Yeah.
And I bought him some Ninja Turtle walkie-talkies.
Oh, yeah?
Well, so I took the walkie-talkies and I put one of them in my daughter Corona's bedroom and hid it in her stuffed animals. So last night I started making spooky noises and kept her up all night, freaking her out. So now my wife is all mad because she's all grumpy this morning, all scared. I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, women just don't have a very good sense of humor about that. You know, a couple weeks ago I had while the chef was up here, we had a bat attack in my house.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Not one night, but 2 nights we had a bat attack. So
bats flying around and stuff.
Well, you leave the front doors open and stuff like that. Things are going to fly in at 3 a.m.
You leave the front doors open around here, a lot of things fly out of here.
That's true. I think Wilton's a little bit different than Miami.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So anyway, the other day,
I tell you, that Chef K, she's something else, man. I don't know about her.
Well, she's a barrel of laughs. If you can,
Sometimes she scares me. She's talking about doing a little snipping on a weenie and stuff. And I don't know. And I don't know about that turtle burger.
What do you don't know about it, buddy?
I don't know. You know why? She say the kid if my parents put something in front of me that looked like a turtle, I'll be damned if I'm going to eat that.
I can imagine so.
But you know what, Havana, if there was ever one person that I thought would at least be up to trying something that looked like a turtle, I thought it would be you. Maybe I was wrong.
Well, you know, my mother, she cooked all kinds of crazy stuff when we was growing up.
Well, the thing is, if you can...
What's happening up there?
Well, we're having a little change in the weather. We had that deluge of water here last couple of days. It's been kind of rainy and wet, you know, and a little on the cool side. A lot of people, which is funny because in summertime, if you get a 50-degree day, people are running around putting their coats on and freezing to death. But if you have a 50-degree day in the middle of February, everybody's got their house open, wearing shorts and washing their cars. So,
yeah, you know, I try to wear my shorts and flip-flops all the time. I don't care if it snows. We don't get much snow here in Florida, though, you know.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Not the kind that falls from the sky, anyway. Might fall out of an airplane or something. But... So, anyways, you know, the last time we talked, you tell me a lot of people have been calling. They want my wonderful inhibition advice, my advice on things.
Yes, people cherish your advice because you give them advice.
Well, you know, I try to give the people what they want, but I got a whole bunch of letters and emails here and stuff, and I thought maybe today I'd just share some with you.
Okay, let her rip, my friend.
Okay, well, here we got the first question here. It comes from this guy. He says, Havana, I found a pack of cigarettes in my son's room.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What do I do, and how do I go about confronting him on this?
Oh, no.
Well, sir, my answer for that is don't do anything. Avoid confrontation at all possibilities. Because this is really a good thing, especially if you smoke. Because now you don't have to buy cigarettes anymore. You can just steal them from your son.
Oh, man. Wait.
You know, and then, you know, sooner or later he's going to get the picture and he'll just quit buying them and then everybody wins.
There you go.
That's how that works. Okay.
Good advice.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, hey.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I got this, another one here from this guy who signed it, Droopy and Durant.
Oh.
He said, Dear Havana, I am in my early 50s and have been experiencing some performance problems.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking about trying Viagra. What do you say?
Oh, no.
Well,
Droopy and Durant.
I don't even know what Viagra is, Yari.
You don't?
Well, no. What is that all about? What is it? A vegetable? A green leafy vegetable or something?
Well, it's from all the commercials that they play up here. It must just be an Iowa thing, but it's a little blue pill that
right.
helps you in the bedroom. I would say, I guess would be is what I would classify it.
Oh no!
Oh, why? I don't. Oh, sorry, Droopy. You're on your own there, man. Who has problems there? I don't understand that.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Take the pill then, I guess. I don't know.
It's great advice.
Okay, here. Let's see what we got here. This guy says, Havana. My friend, we'll call him Bob. He gets a little drunk sometimes, and when he drinks, he gets a little touchy-feely with me, and it kind of makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
How do I go about letting him know that I don't like this? Well, I think the thing you have to do here is you have to apply the boobs rule.
Apply the boobs rule?
Okay.
The boobs rule. What the boobs rule is, you take the little pieces of paper, and you write boobs rule on them. And then you place them all about his house, in his medicine cabinet, in a drawer, in his pants pocket, maybe puts them in his car. So he sees them all the time, and he starts to think, boobs rule, and maybe he won't touch you no more.
Subliminal, I got
Yeah,
you.
that's a good way to handle that. I think everybody has a friend like that. All right.
Well, you know, guys, they got booze on the mind all the time.
Right.
Yes.
Sometimes they get lost. I don't know.
You know, and sometimes people have too much of a good time, and then they want to, you know, get all touchy-feely, and they want to whatever, and it's a hard thing to deal with, buddy.
Well, when you drink too much of Havana Hooch, sometimes the goggles come on, you're not really seeing too straight, you don't even know what you're really grabbing.
Oh, man.
But, you know, hey. So this next one here is a big problem for me. I'm really happy to answer this question for this guy. He says, Havana, my friend posts about 5 or 6 selfies a day.
Oh, no.
On Facebook. How do I let them know that their selfies are very annoying and they need to stop it?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I got to say to people that post a lot of selfies, you know, how different do you look in 2 days? How come you got to keep posting pictures of yourself? Maybe post it like every 6 months. If you're going to have a baby, maybe you're pregnant or something, post a picture of your belly, or you got punched in the face because you're punching selfies all the time, you know. But how you let that person know? You just call them up and say, hey, dude, quit posting those pictures of yourself because it makes you look stupid, man.
Just like that. I love it.
Just
hey,
like that.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude.
Right. Don't, you know, why beat around the bush?
Right.
Right. Sharpest knife cuts the quickest and does the least damage.
Right.
That's right. Let it bleed. Okay, let's see here. I think I got one more here, and this is a real tricky one here. It says, Havana, recently my wife's grandmother had a birthday party, and she turned 85 years old.
Oh.
Well, hey, congratulations, first of all, for living that long.
Yeah.
He says, after she cut the cake, everybody was giving her hugs and kisses, and I reached in to kiss her, and she slipping me the tongue.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
No.
How? What do I do? Do I tell my wife or what? Signed, I'm confused.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, there's only, you know, this is a tough question. First of all, I would say to you, did you enjoy it? And if you did, definitely don't tell your wife, because, you know, you never know how the marriage is going to go. So.
Oh, my gosh.
But, you know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if my grandmother tried to kiss me like that. I'd be worried that her dentures were going to get stuck in my mouth.
No, please, no.
Oh, I tell you, people have all kinds of crazy problems in this world. I'm glad my life is me.
Yeah, yours is much simpler by the people you're answering letters for, I guarantee
I tell you, it's so much easier to be me. Hey, listen, I heard somebody say, Travis, there, that hunting season is coming up, but you're not a big gun guy, but hunting's coming up and stuff.
That's correct. I'm not a big hunter. Nothing against it.
I got a hunting joke for you.
Okay. Finger on the button, please,
Yes,
Mr. Producer.
yes, yes.
Okay, what did the deer say when she left the bar?
Oh, no.
I don't know. What did the deer say when she left the bar?
I can't believe I just paid $10 for that. I don't even know what that means. Some guy just told it to me today on the subway. I don't know.
So, today on the subway or at Subway?
Well, they both serve crappy food. So.
All right, amigo.
Okay.
We go slide out of here, buddy. You have a great day.
Have a great weekend. I hope it warms up.
I hope it does too, amigo.
Thanks,
All
Havana.
right.
We'll talk to you next week.
Oh, he's unbelievable, that guy.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, we're going to slide into commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center reminds you that blood donations are needed to help treat patients at local hospitals. Will you give to help ensure a strong and stable blood supply? Info at bloodcenter.org. That's bloodcenter.org. Thanks for helping save lives by giving blood.
98% of all farms in the U.S. are family farms. These farms are owned by individuals, family partnerships, or family corporations.
Farming might look different than it did in years past, but the commitment farmers have to their land remains the same.
Because of this, my dad, Steve, from Crop Production Services in Atalissa, treats the local farmers he works with like family.
He treats each farmer with the same compassion he does his own family.
If you haven't worked with my dad and his team at Crop Production Services in Atalissa, give them a call today. 563-649-3397.
Tell them Shad and Shayla sent you.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Hey, here's the deal, Lemonfield. You're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine, AM 860.
But what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
Hey, guys, we're going to be wrapping her up here in a second, but I'm joined right now with the Sports Stooges. They come on directly after my show. In the business, we're called the lead-in show. It means we bring the people. But hey, I usually try to catch you guys' show as I'm driving home. And last week I was kind of puzzled by something.
I wasn't here, but let's hear it.
I heard on the show that back in 1985 at Muscatine High School, there was this epidemic of Muskie jerseys running around with the number 40 on it. Now, I went to school in 1985, and in fact,
you showed up.
I showed up. Yes, that's true.
And you have no recollection of that.
I have no, and now remember it was the 80s, and I could have a lot of recollections of a lot of things. But yeah, I tried contacting a lot of people, and they're just not this number 40 thing. So you guys obviously retired it after 1985.
Here's the deal. Jim thinks it was a 40 Muskie jersey, but back in the 80s, I'm sure it was still some of the Gale Sayers reruns from Brian's songs. People were still wearing the Gale Sayers 40 Bears jerseys because they were popular.
Right.
But Jim Miller, you remember Jim?
Yeah, I remember. Well, I don't remember him as the athlete. Me and Jim, we went to school together, but truthfully, we ran in different circles. Right. Jim was more independent study. Yeah, in the library, researching this and that. His brother was my lab partner. Wow. So, and he's an intelligent one.
Yeah, his brother Jeff.
Yeah. But anyway. Like I said, we ran in different circles. He was more independent study, stuff, debate club, stuff like that. I was required by the administration to have more of a structured environment for my education. So, but other than that, hey, this is Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. I'm going to slide it over. I've got calls into 50 other people that graduated in 1985, and we are going to get to the bottom of this number 40 jersey thing, because I do not remember it at all.
I've got it in my closet. Never been washed. And it's never been dirty.
Is that the one that was on eBay for a while?
Next Friday, right here on the voice of Muscatine. Talk about fishing, life, and even a few jokes. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on the voice of Muscatine.
Well, I think I got a big one on the line, Jer.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
But I love to fish.
KWP